Hey there, there's another Mac video. You know, there's a lot of weird things that go on YouTube. Some might be true, some might. I try to keep everything simple though, because I'm not one of those YouTubers that like to say, "Hey, this is what I'm doing." I just do all the videos that I put together. I also like to do videos about showing off my American Girl dolls too, because um because the thing about American Girl dolls is that you can dress them in any kind of outfit you want, and and I know I look too old to play with them, but but you're never really too old to play with dolls though. Just like my faceless doll. You're probably wondering out there why she doesn't have a face. That's because when I was a kid, I actually peeled off her face. She had one of those faces that you would just peel off, and that's why she's a faceless doll. So, and there's also my Minnie Mouse doll. I got this doll when I was like 6 years old from Disneyland, and it was actually a pretty cool. But her 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 ears don't really like flat back though, so she's pretty old. There's also this doll that I think my Aunt Lois gave her to me. I think her I call her Greninda because I don't know how to pronounce her actual name because she's actually because I just call her that. Then there's my Raggedy Ann doll. My Raggedy Ann doll is a doll that I've had since I was like really little. So my Aunt Lois made her for me, so she's pretty dang special to me. Then there's Raggedy Andy. Raggedy Andy used to belong to my brother, but I actually decided to keep him though because I like having both Andy and and Raggedy Ann. There's also a book called Raggedy Ann called Raggedy Ann and Raggedy Andy, but I don't know if you guys ever heard of that book actually. Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of dolls that I like that I like. I also like a lot of Disney dolls, like like for example, when I was a kid, I was always into Pocahontas because I really loved her story, and I know that Pocahontas is actually based on a real person. So she's actually pretty dang special to me. She has really long hair. It's really hard to brush her hair though because she's her hair is frizzy. Then there's this doll. My my friend Orlando actually gave him to me. Gave her to me, so she's pretty special. Then there's this doll. A friend of mine actually gave her to me as a good luck gift on getting a part in a play. So she gave her to me. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I call him Spot though. Yeah, his real name's Steven, but I call him Spot. So then there's Jessie, the cowgirl doll. Jessie is kind of a special doll though because she's because I haven't is a very special doll though because I used to love because my favorite Disney movie when I was a kid was actually Toy Story. Toy Story was actually a really cool movie as a kid. And there's also Woody. Woody was one of my favorite characters on Toy Story, mostly because he was kind of jerkish, but I kind of liked him though, and I kind of like Jessie from Toy Story 2. Then there's this one. This is Willie Robinson from Duck Dynasty. I really like I really like him though because I like his personality in the show though because but I don't really watch Duck Dynasty anymore because of what happened with Phil Robinson. So he's pretty interesting. And then see what else, what other kind of dolls I have. I also have American Girl dolls. You see, so I'm gonna go from the bottom and all the way up to the top. This one is actually my newest doll. An old agency in Bishop used to actually gave her to me. She was yeah. So this one is Courtney Moore. She's an 80s girl, which is pretty awesome though. And so she's pretty cool. This one is I named her Lisa. She's named after Lisa Chappell from McCloud's Daughters. She's the girl that plays Claire, Tessa Silverman's sister. And she's actually she actually does fit into her name though, because she has blue eyes and black hair like Lisa Chappell does. And this one is Felicity Merriman. It took a long time for me to get her because I wanted to get her when she first came out, and then they retired her, and then I wanted to get her as a Be Forever doll, and then they retired her again. So I figured third time's the charm. This one is Felicity Merriman. She's very cool. I actually have the movie of her. There's also this one who I named Dawn. She's named after Dawn Summers on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She's Buffy Summers' sister. And she and her middle name is actually Jody because she's also named after a character on McCloud's Daughters, and her name is Jody. So she's pretty cool. And then there's Josefina Montoya. She is it's kind of a cool thing about her is that I really wanted her when she first came out, but then they kind of retired her, and then they made her into a Be Forever doll, which is pretty cool because I really like her outfit though. There's also Kirsten Larson. It took me a long time actually to find her because you can't really buy her on at the American Girl store anymore because she's actually retired for a really long time because she's a very old doll. So I'm really glad that I actually got her. So then there's Samantha Parkington. Samantha and Josefina are both Be Forever dolls, so which is kind of like historical dolls, but like new improved ones. So then there's this one. Her name is Andrea. I named her actually after a friend of mine that I was friends with a long time ago. Then there's Haley. Haley is named after Hilary Duff's sister, Haley Duff. Yeah, she's pretty cool. Then there's Ivy Ling. This is Julie's best friend, though. They used to do best friend dolls, which they don't really anymore, and I would really like it if they brought them back because they're pretty cool. And then there's Julie Albright. Julie Albright is a kind of hippie doll. She's very yeah, because I actually do love her though. I wasn't too crazy about her when I was and then when my dad gave her and the others, her and Ivy and Andrea and Haley to me, I just actually fell in love with her. Then Addie Walker. The funniest thing is about her is that I found out online that her real name is actually Aduke Walker. But I like Addie the best, though. I like Addie's name the best. So she's pretty cool. Then there's Molly McIntyre. Molly McIntyre is a World War II doll, which is pretty cool because I absolutely love her. I really wanted her when I was a kid, though. And then there's this one is actually this one is Laura. I named her after a friend of mine from high school. And I also, and she's really cool, though. She's actually the second Just Like You doll that I actually have. And then there's my first doll, and this is Wendy. Wendy is also named after a friend of mine, and she is super cool, and I just love her. Actually, she is actually very sweet. Then we're gonna go over here. The weirdest thing is about me is that I like to collect. I also like to collect mini dolls. So there's Mini Josefina, Mini Molly, Mini Samantha, Mini Felicity, and also Mini Kit. The thing about Kit is that I'm not really actually too crazy about her, but she's actually a very interesting doll, actually. And then there's my troll dolls, which I actually named myself. This one is Poppy. She is I actually got her from another place that I used to go to. And she's actually pretty cool. Yeah. Of course, her skirt is kind of falling off her body, though. So I think I'm probably going to, not use that skirt anymore, so then there's this one who I named Tinkle. She is not because she pees, it's just that her name is Tinkle because she has this little tinkle thing in her in the middle of her belly button. So this one is Raphael. He's my first troll boy one because he's actually the thing about him is that the reason why I call him Raphael is because his hair is all wild and stuff. So he's pretty cool. Then this one is Halloween. She is actually a Halloween doll that's actually. The funniest thing is that I actually really do love Halloween dolls, though. Yeah. And then there's my Beanie Babies. This one is Rascal. Rascal is a Beanie Baby that I actually won somewhere. So he's actually pretty cool. This one, her name is Angel. She is actually a very sweet doll, though, and I just love it that she's really cool. This one is Fairchild. He is actually the thing about him is that he's actually a cat. A lot of people think that he's a rat or something, but he's actually a cat. So this one I named Jenna because she didn't actually have a name because someone pulled out her tag, so I didn't know what the heck to name her. This one is Groovy. She's actually kind of hippie-ish, though. Then there's Rooftop. He's actually a Christmas one. Yeah, one of my friends actually gave him to me. So who doesn't love the reindeer? So this one is Fetch. I don't know why someone named him that, but he's actually a very cool little dog, though. Then this one is Mystic. she is actually a unicorn, so she's very sweet. So that's all the dolls that I am going to share today. So tell me what you think about them in the comments, and turn on the notification bell, and let me know if you want to see some more videos on dolls. So see you later. Bye. Oh, and make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. So